Good morning, everyone. Hello, everyone. My name is Jenny, and I'm with Wonderspark Puppets. And today we are going to be making these raccoon hand puppets. Go right on your hand. Hello. So for this, you'll need a long envelope. You'll need some newspaper, some of it torn up, and some of it just regular newspaper. Then you'll need gray paper if you don't have a newspaper. You need glue, of course, scissors, I have them down here, some black paper. Awesome. All right, let's get started. So the first thing we need to do is to take our envelope and we're gonna make some folds with it. But before I do that, we had a couple different questions because what if you don't have a long envelope at home? Well, you can just take a piece of paper. This is just computer paper. And I'm just gonna fold it up 2/3, just like this. And then we have this flap up here. I'm just gonna fold it over. And you can glue that part down, and it's basically almost the same size. You can trim it down how you want. So that's an easy way to make, the envelope shape if you don't have an envelope. But we're gonna use one. So this one has some sticky sides on the back, so I'm just gonna take that off. Shoop. And put that together. And now we're gonna do some folding, okay? So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna fold 2 triangles at the top. We're gonna fold it down to make a big triangle at the top. I just folded one over here and one down here. Excellent. So we have this point at the top now. So with this point, we are now going to fold that down. We're making the raccoon's head. So now, as you can see, all the way down. And I'm going to glue that in place. You can use a glue stick or some white glue. So I'm just gonna put some glue. Hold that down, make sure I get the bottom part. Now it's always a good idea to count to 10 and hold it in place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome, all right, looks pretty good. Now the next thing we're gonna do is we're going to do a collage on top with some newspaper that's been torn up. So I just tore up a bit of newspaper and I'm using, the black and white side. I'm not using anything with color on it. You can also do this with gray paper too and rip it up. And all I'm gonna do is I'm going to cover the front side. You can also cover the back too with the newspaper. So I always like to do a layer of glue first. And if you really want to spread out the glue, you can use a paintbrush. So I have all my glue on here. It's a little hard to see. And I'm just going to start putting pieces of the newspaper on top of that glue. There we go, getting there. And some of the edges are not sticking down quite yet, and that's okay, because we can do another layer on top. So I need a little bit more glue. So I'm just gonna do that. So I'm getting there. And this is a great activity for the littles, just because, you know, ripping up newspaper is fun. And I love collaging, just doing layers of paper. Awesome. While I'm doing this, I hope you're able to join us yesterday for Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Such a fun show. So that will be up on our Facebook page and our YouTube page for the next week. So check that out if you haven't already, and please do share with your friends. Okay. Almost there. And of course, yeah, you can cover the whole thing in this if you want. All right. And if you need to, you know, tear your paper some more to get into those little tight areas, do that. So that's looking pretty good. Okay, so this is great. I noticed that there's some paper that's not totally glued down quite yet. So we're gonna do that just real quick. And another fun thing you could do too is if with a paintbrush or your fingers, will get a little sticky though, you can do like a thin layer of the white glue on top and it'll dry, you know, clear of course. And this is what I did for this one. So it's really secure. Okay, so we have a nice collage going on right now. And now we're gonna add some features with the black paper and some of our other newspaper. So I have some pieces of newspaper that are a bit larger, not torn up yet. There's my black paper. Okay. So let's do some ears first. So I'm just gonna make 2 triangles. And to make them the same size, just fold over your paper a little bit. And we're gonna cut 2 ears at the same time. So I'm just cutting 1, 2. I have my 2 ears here. Now to make it a little fancier, I'm now gonna cut 2 triangles that are a bit smaller than this out of the newspaper. I actually need to be making them a lot bigger. Hold on. Let me try this again. 1, 2, okay. So I have my other triangles now that I'm going to glue on top of the black triangles. And this envelope puppet is really great because you can make any sort of animal you want with this. And it's great for little hands too. Okay, now I have that. Now we're gonna get even fancier now. We're gonna put another triangle in the middle of this with our black paper. So we need to make an even smaller triangle. Cut that in half. Right about this size. And I'm just gonna glue that now in the middle of our newspaper triangle. So we have like 3 layers going on. And once you're done, it should look something like this. Great. Now we can glue that at the top of our puppet on the back. So I'm just gonna put a thin layer of glue right back here and glue this on. So 1 and 2. And now I'm gonna hold that in place. And what do you think we're gonna do next? Count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pretty secure. Looking good. Okay. Now we need to make our tail. So we're gonna get our black paper again. And you can use a pencil to sketch out your tail if you need to. Let me get a pencil that works a little bit better. So I'm just making a shape with like an oval at the end. So this sort of shape, like this. And now we're gonna do some stripes on this tail, because this is a raccoon. We have our newspaper. So I'm gonna cut out some thin strips, maybe about 3 of them. So I have 1, 2, 3. Great. So we're gonna do a little pattern now of black newspaper, black newspaper. So I'm just lining them up. And it's okay right now that the newspaper is hanging over the tail a little bit. That's fine. You can always trim that after you glue it down. So first we're gonna glue. One, 2, 3. So they're glued down. And now I can trim off the sides. See here? So we're just going to trim around that. 1, the other one. Hooray! We made a tail, and now we're going to glue it to the back of our puppet. So I'm going to glue it on the side here. You can do on the side here, on the side here, whatever you want. So I have my tail. Just going to line it up and see where I want it. That looks great. And now we count to 10 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. All right, we have the body of our raccoon, but what's missing right now? A face, of course. So we're gonna go back to our black paper. And again, we're gonna cut a very thin strip. We're doing the stripe at the top. And it could be bigger. That's looking pretty good. I might trim it down a little bit more. So I'm doing about like a ½ inch. Here's my strip. And now we're going to glue it. So we have our triangle here. We're going to glue it in the center. And right now the strip is a little bit too big. Only glue on the fold that you made. We can trim these parts at the end after it's glued down. So let's do that now. hold it again for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now I can just take my scissors. So I made a cut so it follows the line of my triangle. And another cut. Ta-da! Now we're gonna cut out a small circle for the nose. You can also just use a pom-pom too if you like. So let's see. Cut out a small circle. If you need to trace a small circle first, go right ahead. I'm just eyeballing this. So I have my small circle. And we're just gonna glue that at the end of our triangle. So right down here. And what do we do again? We count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's really coming together, but we need some eyes. Now you can use googly eyes, they're totally optional. If you don't have googly eyes, you can draw even with like a white crayon, or you can cut out some circles with white paper and put some black circle dots inside of those small white circles. But I'm gonna use some googly eyes. And we're just going to put them right on that black strip on top. There's our raccoon. But we need to do one more step because I can't puppeteer it right now. We are going to now cut off the bottom of our envelope. And now it opens up and we have our hand puppet. Yay! So this is a great activity, as I said, because you can make any sort of puppet with this, with the ways you fold down the paper on top too. And yeah, wasn't that fun? It was so great. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Again, my name is Jenny and I'm with Wonderspark Puppets, and we have so many different offerings on our website. You can go to wondersparkpuppets.com. We are offering puppet telegrams, live chats, merch, membership, and membership has special perks and discounts, so please check that out. And as always, please like, love, share our workshops and our shows. We so appreciate it. And we will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. with a new Forest Week craft. Please enjoy the rest of your day, and bye.